Hey guys, it's Missy Lynn. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, thank you for stopping by and I hope you enjoyed today's video. To my OGs, you already know how I go. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. The uber amount of love and support that you guys continuously give me. I don't know where I would be without y'all, and I know that you guys are loyal because you guys keep coming back, so I rock with y'all, okay? I rock with y'all. I do want to say that if you guys are not subscribed, please be sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button and join the Missy Lynn family. And YouTube been kind of doing some wonky things. I always say this, but a lot of people have been being unsubscribed. So if you were subscribed, double check, make sure that you are subscribed and turn on your notification bell. I have some heat coming. I know that you guys enjoyed my last try on haul that I did with Pretty Little Thing, but I have some more clothing hauls coming up. I went shopping for fall and I don't know, y'all, I just went crazy. Even though I ain't got nothing to do or nowhere to really go, I just felt like it was time to stock up for fall. So if you guys want to see those videos, make sure that you are subscribed and that you have your notification bell on turned on. That way you don't miss those uploads. Okay? So today's video is a fall get ready with me video. I just really wanted to chat with you guys and give you guys some updates on where I've been, how I've been, what I've been doing. I'm getting ready to go out for dinner and I just wanted to like get cute, honestly. I mean, there's nothing special, but I wanted to do like a vampy brown eyeshadow look with a vampy lip and, you know, kind of keep my outfit neutral and whatnot. So if you're interested in hearing what I gotta say or just watching me do my makeup, then stay tuned. Alright, so I went ahead and did my brows off camera just to kind of save some time because I already know me. I can't get down to the nitty gritty and talk and answer questions the way I want to whenever I'm trying to do my brows. This right here takes a lot of concentration, y'all. May not be perfect, but it's perfect enough for me. And okay, brows is a whole nother thing. So on my Instagram, I posted that I was going to be doing a chit chat get ready with me, and of course I wanted to know if you guys had questions, and of course you guys do. And so I'm just going to answer a few questions while I do my makeup. The questions are very diverse, and so we have a bunch of different topics that we can kind of dive into. I'm going to go in with my concealer. I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'm using the Born This Way Too Faced concealer. I use that to sculpt out my brows as well, but I love the coverage and I like to use it as a base for my eyeshadow. So the first question is, while in recovery, have you regretted getting your BBL? So I definitely feel like, which I was already prepared for, I definitely feel like when you're getting any type of cosmetic elective surgery, it's totally a process. I definitely love my figure and my butt, but I will definitely say that it's been an emotional roller coaster, and that is completely normal. Now, the reason why it's normal is because, you know, during the weeks that you're recovering, your body is going through so many changes. You're swelling, then you're not swelling, but the swelling, you know, lasts for weeks to months at a time. So whenever you're getting out of surgery, your butt or your hips or wherever you had, you know, them transfer fat, in my case, will look a lot bigger than what it actually is once the swelling goes down. So initially, whenever I first got out of surgery, I thought that my butt was huge. If you watch my vlogs, then you know that when I first got out of surgery, my sister was like, damn, your booty big. And I was like, oh my God, like, I hope I don't have a big booty. Like, this is not what I want. I don't want all the attention. I wanted to match my legs. I was very specific as far as like what I wanted, the look that I wanted to go for, and things like that. As time kind of went on, I noticed that the swelling was going down and my figure was starting to, you know, take its shape, its form. So I'm just going to go in with my translucent powder by MERCIER, and this is in the shade Honey, and I'm just going to press that onto my eyelids. But yeah, I was just like, oh my God, I don't know what I'm gonna do if I have a stupid big booty, but nonetheless, the swelling went down and I actually love my results. One thing that I will say is that whenever you are doing any type of liposuction, one thing that you need to like be aware of is that if you do have a lot of fat in a certain area and you want to get that lipoed and move to another area, I would say, me personally, I would say that there's like a 40% chance that you probably will have to get something else done to tighten your skin. Because remember, your skin is sitting on top of that fat, and then once that fat is removed, now you just have loose skin. In my case, I have a little looseness to my skin, but it's nothing that can't be corrected with minimal treatment. But if you do have a lot of like loose skin, then you probably will have to go back for some type of skin tightening or like a mommy makeover, a tummy tuck or something like that, abdominoplasty, I think that's what it's called. So just kind of keep that in mind. Like it's maybe a 30-40% chance that you may have to go back for like round 2, but it doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to have to get more fat into your butt. You're just going to be getting skin tightening. Now there's also other things that you can do. You can tape your skin. I know in the surgery groups I see a lot of women like doing the tape method and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, it's really all about how much skin you actually have and how loose it is, so keep that in mind. Okay, so moving on to the SIENNAS palette. This is a palette that I got from Walmart. I am going to, I think I want to do like a rich chocolatey eye look today. So I'm going to go into the shade Adventurous. Let's go into Adventurous. And we're just going to build. So the next question is, are you able to work out after BBL? What are you doing to stay healthy? I am able to go back into the gym, being that I am now 3 months post-op. My doctor actually said that I could start working out as soon as 8 weeks. Now for me, I'm a scaredy cat. I don't want to lose my fat. So I just felt like, okay, just kind of wait it out a little bit. And I told myself that I was going to get back into the gym around 4-month mark. I feel like I paid a lot of money for my surgery and I don't want to lose my fat. I just feel like I kind of want to take my time with getting back into the gym. But in the meantime, between time, I just make sure that I'm compressing and I'm wearing my fajas. I'm wearing my waist trainer, being that I'm able to actually wear my waist trainer right now. You have to be really careful about wearing a waist trainer because you don't want it to burn your skin or, you know, mess up the results. So you don't want to start too early. I did start waist training like right around 2.5 weeks. I mean, 2 months and a half, I mean. And it's been working out really well for me. On top of that, I've been making sure to take my vitamins. I've actually started taking the Ritual vitamins. It's these over here. It's the multivitamins for women 18 or older. So I just felt like incorporating these vitamins into my everyday routine was basically going to help me out in the long run, because there's like so many different nutrients within the vitamins. I mean, from D3 to iron, omega-3s, B12, vitamin E, just basically all the nutrients that you need that you may not be getting is literally all in one capsule. I've been taking them since August. I felt like, you know, after my surgery, I really wanted to ensure that I was getting all of the proper nutrients, being that I was gonna, you know, not be moving around the way that I was normally moving around. I was gonna be down. My routine was changing up. I definitely want something that is going to kind of help me bridge that gap, kind of based on like the food that I was eating and then just my daily activities and the movement and stuff like that. I've been hearing a lot about the Ritual vitamins. I know that there's like prenatal, there's some postmenopausal vitamins for women, you know, over 50. There's a whole different bunch of vitamins, you know, on their website. It comes with 60 capsules. I take them twice a day, morning and night. It's very, very, very gentle on the stomach. I'm able to take it without food. It doesn't make me feel, you know, like nauseous or nauseated or anything like that. And I love the fact that it smells like mint. So every time I open up the bottle, I'm like, it just smells so fresh. If you guys are interested, I will definitely put a link down in the description box. And there's also a 10% discount for you guys. If you want to test it out, it will be delivered right to your door. You can subscribe and basically pay $1 a day, $30 a month, and the vitamins will come directly to you. Even with eating healthy and like having a perfect diet, there's still going to be some nutrients that we lack. I still feel like it's gonna be hard to get every single nutrient out there, you know? So I definitely feel like having a vitamin that has multiple nutrients within, you know, its capsule, it's more beneficial than it is not. And we all know that better health does not happen overnight. So that's why Ritual is offering you guys 10% off of your first 3 months. So if you click the link down in my description box and you use the coupon code MissyLynn, you will get 10% off your first 3 months with Ritual. All right, so the next, well, it's not a question, it's a statement. Someone said, I was really surprised at you getting a BBL, never thought. I don't know why, and it's funny because whenever I first posted about me actually getting a BBL, like my vlogs and stuff, I actually seen a lot of comments that stated like that they were shocked that I was getting a BBL. They never thought that I would ever get a BBL. They thought that I was a better example than that. And I'm just like, okay, first off, please correct me if I'm wrong. Where have I ever said, tweeted, noted, documented, whatever, where did I say that I was against any type of plastic surgery or anything like that? Now, I do remember saying that I wanted breast implants, and after seeing people go through certain things with implants, that it deterred me away from it. But I never ever judged anybody for getting any type of elective surgeries, cosmetic surgeries, because I, for one, know that I have always wanted to get a BBL, and I've always wanted to, you know, kind of enhance my curves a little bit. So I don't understand why people just kind of put that on me and put me on this pedestal that kind of just exempts me from being able to do those things. Like I'm all about enhancing your body if you're not happy. So I don't see myself ever like judging somebody for doing so. I don't see myself ever like degrading anybody who chose or who choose in the future to do so. Like, I'm all about do what the fuck makes you happy. That's my MO. Especially now that I'm in my 30s. Like, I don't give a crap about nothing no more. Like, I just feel like you have one life to live. If that's one thing that COVID taught me, being in the house, it's like, child, your days numbered. Count your mother effing days, because you just never know. Like, you just need to make sure that you're doing what makes you happy, and you're doing it for you and nobody else. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so that's that. Someone asked, does your faja have a zipper on the butt area? What kind of faja do you recommend? If you guys haven't watched my vlogs where I give you guys an update on my BBL, definitely head to my vlog channel. I'll put the link in the description box. But I talk about the fajas that I do have, and I will actually do a faja video if you guys are interested, like a detailed faja of all the fajas that I have, the ones that I feel work and the ones that I feel don't work. But me personally, I feel like, you know, you need to follow directions. And I'm sorry, so yeah, I'm gonna go into Groovy really quickly, and this is like a medium chocolatey brown, and I'm just going to pop that into the crease. I feel like you definitely need to follow directions. So when your doctor puts you in your stage 1 faja and they tell you to stay in it for a certain amount of time, then follow those directions, because you don't want to like move on too early and then you end up like burning your skin, or you know, causing indentations because something's too tight or whatever. I think like after week 2 they tell you that you can move on to stage 2, and that's when I feel like you need to get a high compression garment. Now of course you want to listen to your body as well, because if they put you in like a super big faja for your stage 1 and it becomes like really loose, then by all means go for it, but just be very careful and make sure that you're wearing your ab board and your foams, just to, you know, prevent anything from happening, because getting a BBL, well, depending on where you go, it's not cheap, and unless you have money just to waste, you don't want to, you know, ruin your results. So me personally, I really like the Tributo fajas. I have a stage 2 and a stage 3 high compression and extra high compression, and I feel like with that, and then also my 1024B waist cincher, I've been getting a lot of compression, and I feel like my stomach area and my waist has gone down like tremendously. Somebody asked me, are you more confident in your body now? Yes, 100%. 100%. I feel like I look so good in my jeans. I feel like I look so good in dresses. Of course, you know, just with the liposuction to my abdomen alone like made a difference, but just the added fluff to my butt and like the hip area, I definitely feel that it enhanced my body. So I'm really happy with it. The part that kind of scares me a little bit is knowing that I may have to possibly go back for skin tightening, and I don't know what level of skin tightening I'll need until I'm 6 to like 8 months in, and I kind of have to like let my skin do its thing, you know. Drinking a lot of water will help retract my skin, so I've been doing that and making sure that I'm wearing my garments and stuff like that and compressing. So that's the only thing that like kind of scares me, but other than that, I think I'm good to go. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go in with Dapper. I think I'm gonna go in with Dapper and Cozy together. And y'all, I'm just building. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's the shade I was looking for. So the next question is, have you resolved your issue with your ex-friend? And there's a few questions about that. No, we did not. If you know, you know, but about the situation, but no, we did not mend our relationship, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I have come to terms with it. I did go through my grieving process, like, damn, I wish, you know, things would have ended differently, but at the same time, like, I'm not gonna beat myself up about the situation, because I just feel like at the end of the day, God has a reasoning for everything, and I'm not gonna question him. Okay, so what's the next question? What's the best primer for oily skin? This BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Primer is literally hands down freaking an angel in a bottle. Like, if you guys suffer from oily skin and you need something that's going to combat the oils, or a combination skin for your T-zone area, definitely check that out. All right, so now I'm just going to add a little bit of the BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Primer, and I'm just going to add this to my T-zone area, and I'm just patting that in down the bridge of my nose and around my mouth and nostrils, because those are the areas that tend to get oily. All right, moving on to foundation. I actually just got the Soft Matte Foundation by NARS, and I got it in the shade Tahoe Medium Deep 2. I'm going to go in with some of this Strobe Face Glaze by MAC, and this is like an illuminator. It's called Let's Make Waves, and I'm just going to add that into the foundation. Biggest regrets thus far in life. Some of the biggest regrets that I have, I would say giving access to people who don't deserve me in their lives, or as their friends, or just anything. I feel like I've gone through a time where, or a few times where I've bent over backwards for people, and I've always like made excuses for people. I've always turned the other cheek. I've always tried to see the best in people, and I feel like I always end up getting burned. I've just come to learn that it's okay for you not to grow with people, and it's okay to keep people at a distance. It's okay to love people from afar, and it's okay to not bring everybody with you on your journey. I think that for a while I felt like I had to include everyone in everything that I was doing, because I didn't want anyone to feel as if though, you know, I was better than them, or I was making a difference, or just anything of that nature. And it became very, very tiring and exhausting. And I don't know, I just feel like if I would have done a better job at listening to my first instinct, listening to my gut, listening to my mom about a lot of situations and a lot of things, that I wouldn't be where I am now, kind of kicking myself in the butt, you know? Because at the end of the day, you can only blame yourself after going through things over and over again and not really like learning your lesson. But I think that that is a curse and a blessing of mine. Is, you know, at the end of the day, I want to include everybody. I want to bring everyone along with me, and I feel like I just, you know, I want to be there for everybody in every situation. And being stuck in the house during quarantine revealed a lot. I feel like things that took place before quarantine needed to happen, because it gave me time to sit still and reevaluate everything and look at it from different perspectives. And yeah, so I feel like that's one of my biggest regrets thus far. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the Dark Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC, and I'm just going to add this all over my face. I'm going to go in with the Warm Beige by Too Faced. So we're just going to add that underneath the eye. We're just gonna do a little, you know, just a little, just to kind of give me a little facelift. I'm gonna do a little on the forehead, Cupid's bow, and then I'm gonna go in with Too Faced concealer as well, but I'm gonna go into the color Sand. And this is more of a neutral color, and I'm just going to add that like right underneath. I'm going to use the Tarte I don't know, Miracle Mist. Just going to spray a bit. And I like the fact that it's very misty. It doesn't come out like the Fix Plus where it's like tick, 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 and you got a bunch of like spray little bubbles on your face. All right, so the next question is, when are you gonna have a baby? We want a little Missy, for real, for real. And then somebody asked me, do you think you will get married again now that you are older? Can you share where you get your units? So I do want kids eventually. I can have kids. Now, I know that's been a question that I've been asked before, like with me having fibroids. My fibroids aren't super huge to where it's preventing me from having kids. I'm choosing not to have kids right now because I'm in a selfish point in my life. You know, moving away from home at an early age, being able to travel, being able to do all of the things that I've done, being able to accomplish all of the things that I've accomplished thus far. I know that I wouldn't have accomplished those things. I still have things that I want to do. I still have things that I want to accomplish, and I just made 31, and honestly, I feel like 31 is the new 21. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when I was younger, I always thought, like, I would look at my mom and her friends like, ew, y'all old. But baby, 31, you just getting started, okay? Like, you've already been through everything. Well, I hope, but like, you've already been through everything. Like, you kind of got a grasp on life at this point. And now it's just like, okay, I've dealt with the bullshit already. I've overcome those obstacles. So now is the new me. I'm enjoying life. Well, I mean, as much as I can during COVID, but I feel good about myself. Like, I don't know, I feel like if I was to go back to being 21 years old, like, I feel like I don't want to do it. I think that a lot of people kind of put pressure on other people. You know, I don't know if it's because maybe they have kids and they're not able to do much, or they just think that, like, oh, everyone at 30 needs to have kids. But I was sitting down the other day and I was like looking through my Facebook, like some of my close friends. I was looking at some of my close friends who are YouTubers, and I'm like, yo, this generation is new, because not everybody has kids or a family by the time they're 30. Like, and we don't feel like there's a rush or a need to. Whenever I do decide to, you know, have a baby, that's gonna be a time where I just feel like, you know what, I've done everything that it is that I wanted to do, and I'm not gonna have any regrets. I'm not going to sit there and be at home, you know, wishing and hoping I could be out doing this, and this, but I'm stuck at home with the baby. Like, I don't ever want to feel like that, and I'm not going to put myself in that position, because I enjoy my freedom. I enjoy being able to just get up and go. I enjoy being able to just sleep in whenever I want to sleep in. I don't have to, you know, fend for anybody. So I'm enjoying me. And to the question about will I ever get married again, yes, I do want to get married again and have a family, of course, but I'm not in a rush. I'm really not in a rush. I did, you know, get married really young, and I just thought that was the right thing to do, because I'm from a small town, and, you know, everybody gets married at a young age, or did, and start a family right away. But God had other plans for me, child. I'm embracing it all of it. All right, so pertaining to work, how do you know if a contract is good or not? So, I feel like a lot goes into brand deals and kind of managing yourself. And I think that was another question too, about like knowing when is the right time to actually seek management. Just from my... Oh, I'm sorry. I went in with the Walnut Stick Foundation by Anastasia Beverly Hills, and I'm just going to kind of bronze up the perimeter of my face. Just me personally, I feel like you don't need to rush into seeking management when you're first starting YouTube, because I feel like you should focus on your content, and also just focus on saving as much money as possible once you start getting those brand deals. It's much more rewarding whenever you are able to snag a brand deal on your own. Whenever I first started, I didn't have management right away, but I kind of just used common sense. I would look at the brand, I would look at their product, I would see how many videos on YouTube were sponsored by this particular brand. They should have a budget when it comes to working with influencers. So when it came to like, you know, just trying to figure out what to charge brands, if I had a relationship with the brand, if I wanted to build a relationship with said brand, if I was going to do the work for free the first time around, just to kind of get on their radar. Now with that being said, through time and through practice, I was able to learn the tips and the tricks and the loopholes that I needed to be able to sustain and make a living from YouTube. Connecting with brands, negotiating my contracts, not letting brands play me. Having conversations with other influencers who didn't mind having those conversations, and I was able to decipher, kind of based on budget, based on, you know, supply and demand, how much I felt like I was worth. I'm gonna go in with the Airbrush bronzer by Charlotte Tilbury. And this is in the shade 3, number 3. If you feel like a brand is taking advantage or they're offering you peanuts, it's no secret that black influencers was making less, still making less than other races, other influencers, you know? But I feel like you have to be able to stand up to these brands and be like, no, you're gonna pay me what I'm worth and what I feel like I'm worth. And that's if you don't have management. Now, whenever you do have management, they can do the back and forth for you. But, you know, I feel like in the beginning, you don't need to focus on management because, to be completely honest with you, whenever you do get with management and you're not making a lot from brand deals, you have to consider the fact that you are going to have to pay management 15 to 20% of that, unless you can find management who, you know, will let you keep the brand deals that you find on your own and they only take a percentage away for the brand deals that they bring to you, or they take a, you know, a lower percentage. But the bigger that you get, of course, the more your brand deals are, and you're gonna have to pay a higher commission. But if the brand deal makes sense and your management is working the way that they're supposed to work, and really, you know, getting those numbers in, then 15-20% is not gonna make a, you know, make or break your overall amount. Straight up out the gate, I was asking for numbers up there. Like, I'm like, nope. I know that you have a budget. I know that you have a budget. So I remember back whenever I was living in LA, this was my very first time working with this really well-known brand, and they brought a deal to me, and I didn't have management at the time. I don't remember if I was in between management or I had just left my MCN. I don't even remember. I think I was offered something like $7,000. And for everything that they wanted me to do, I was just like, that's a lot. And I was just like, no. It makes sense for me to get, and I think I may have asked for like 30 or 35,000 at the time. I was so scared. I was so scared because, I mean, the deliverables that they asked me for it was quite a bit. But I was so scared. I didn't know if they were gonna say no or whatever. They came back and said, okay, done. And I was sitting there like, so you mean to tell me I could have asked for like another 20,000 and I probably would have gotten it? Because they said yes, too easy. Which told me at that point, because they agreed to my rate that easy, that they had a large budget. And the rate that I was asking for was nothing compared to what they were probably already given to the other influencers. Now, mind you, this was, I was already asking for 5 figures. They were offering me 4 figures at this point. I bumped it up to 5 figures. Literally 5 times more than what they asked me, and they said yes. So just like recently, I had a brand come to me and they wanted to pay me, let's just say that they wanted to pay me $5,000. And I'm looking at the deliverables, I'm looking at the contract, and I'm like, Going into the shade Groovy on an M575 brush by Morphe. Everything will be listed down beneath this video with the links. But I'm looking at the contract, I'm looking at the rate that they're offering me, and I'm just like, this is not going to fly. You're asking way too much of me for this rate, and I'm not going to just settle for this rate because other people are settling for X, Y, and Z, you know? Which that can hurt influencers sometimes when people just accept any old thing and brands feel like they can just come to the next person and we're supposed to accept it. And I was like, no. And after I'm looking at what they're asking me, how long they want me to be exclusive, the competitors, things like that, I'm like, no. If you want me to be exclusive, I'm gonna need more money, because these are your competitors, and if these brands want to work with me, but I'm exclusive to you, then I'm losing out on money. Needless to say, I ended up getting like 300% more than what they offered me. And so, you know, I just feel like you have to just stand firm. If you have a rate that you want to charge for these brands and they don't want to pay it, then that may not be the brand deal for you. That's how I look at it. Like, I know sometimes you're like, okay, well, I gotta eat, this is how I make my living and stuff like that, but you just have to trust God sometimes. Like, if you have pulled every string out your butt and they're not budging, you either gonna take it or you're not. But if you take a low rate and they know that you just kind of fold it, next time is only going to increase by like this much. So I think I just sprayed some, but I'm gonna just spray a little bit more because I love this misting spray. I'm gonna go in with Global Glow, and this is the Mineralize Skin Finisher by MAC. And I'm just going to mist it with my Fix Plus and lightly add it to my apples of my cheeks. And then ends of my nose, Cupid's bow. So I'm going in with shade 26. This is from the SEPHORA collection. This is the cream lip stain, and you guys know I love brown, but I'm just going to add that because we're gonna do the eyes last. I feel like when I'm working with vampy colors for the lips, I need to see it on before I decide how dramatic I want my eyelashes. Alright, so I'm going to take some of this NARS. This is their Power Chrome Loose Eye Pigment. And it's like this brown shade. I'm going to just add a little bit of that to the lids. And I think what I'm going to do is just to kind of chrome it out. I added some Fix Plus to the cap. And I'm just going to dip. I don't even know how this is working. I have to try it on the back of my hand first. Okay, so I could do that. Just kind of dip it into the Fix Plus. And I'm... Ooh. Okay. And then just kind of pat that into the center of the lid. And you could bring it as far out as you want. I think that's really pretty. It kind of adds like a little dimension to it. I'm gonna go into Dark Deep by MAC. This is a Skinfinish. I could have cut my crease, but I didn't want to. But I think I want to add some type of like brown glitter. So I'm gonna see if I have some glitter. Okay, I don't have any brown glitter, but I have some gold glitter. And I can just pop that on. Like this. And then add some brown shadow on top. And that'll still give the look that I'm going for. We're gonna move on to mascara. I'm using the CLIMAX mascara. I think this is NARS too. But we're just going to coat these lashes. Somebody said to describe myself with one word, I would say thoughtful. I'm always thinking of others. And again, that could be a blessing and a curse. I feel like a lot is just asking about friendships, marriage, kids, BBL, work. This is a good one. Someone says, how do you stay so positive? How do you move on when losing a relationship? I stay positive because I think about the position that I'm in, what I'm going through. I allow myself now to feel every emotion that comes with it. And I try to look at, you know, everything with double perception, double vision. And I just feel like at the end of the day, there's no point in beating yourself up about anything, because you just never know why things play out the way that they do. But one thing that you do know is that you wake up every single morning, and you've woken up every single morning to feel and to go through whatever it is that, you know, you're going through. And that alone is enough to be grateful for. And so I always kind of look at every situation for what it is. And then I'm like, okay, it could be worse. So why think so negatively when you could just spend all of your time thinking positive? I personally feel like when you think positive and you speak positive, you produce positive results. You attract all things positive your way whenever you think positive. If you go to work feeling like, oh, I don't want to go today, I'm gonna have a bad day, you're gonna have a bad day. If you wake up in a good mood and you say, you know what, I'm gonna take on the world, guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna conquer the world. So you have to decide if you want to be a prisoner of your own thoughts and your own, you know, intuition, and prisoner of your mind. Like, I don't like to be around negative people, and I wouldn't expect people to want to be around me if I was a negative person. But nonetheless, it's important to be a positive person for yourself. That's more important. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Cozy and just kind of darken this area up a bit on both sides. losing any type of relationship, whether it's a romantic relationship, a friendship, family. For me, I don't feel like the pain of one outweighs the other. Because if you're going to call someone a friend, if you're going to call someone your significant other, if you have family and you know what family means or family is supposed to mean, then whenever you go through whatever it is that you go through with these people, it hurts. And I feel like you can mourn a friendship or a relationship with a family member the same way that you can mourn a relationship with a significant other. I think that it's important to be able to sit and kind of analyze the situation and look at why you lost the relationship, whether it was your fault or something that you did, whether it was that person's fault, whether you gave that person X amount of chances, they gave you X amount of chances. Looking at each side and putting it into perspective and kind of removing yourself from the situation and kind of analyzing it from a different perspective. When you come to the realization of a relationship not being able to be salvaged, then I think that you should allow yourself to start the healing process, grieve, mourn, do whatever it is that you need to do, because the faster that you do that, as opposed to kind of just holding on to memories and the what ifs, the woulda, shoulda, coulda, the faster that you grieve and go through the process, the faster that you are able to look at the situation from clean and clear lenses and be able to take it for what it is. I'm not saying that accepting it for what it is means that you have to regret a relationship. I'm not saying that you have to sit there and beat yourself up about it and be like, I should have never did this, I should have never did that, I should have never been this person's friend, I should have never allowed family to get close to me, I should have never took this person back, or I should have never been with this person, I should have, you know, realize or recognize the red flags, or whatever excuse it is that you want to tell yourself. I feel like there's a reasoning for everything, and then you just have to be able to identify with yourself and within the relationship and be able to accept. Okay, for my lashes, I'm gonna go with the Miss 3D Pure Mink Miss Lash. I love these. And then another thing, I feel like the sooner that you come to terms with the reasoning why you've lost that relationship, I feel like at that moment you will gain clarity, and you will also be able to, well, I can't say all, but I feel like at that moment you should pray for discernment and note what to look out for so you don't have to go through that again, or note what you need to not do to make that person go through whatever it is that they went through or y'all went through again. Before I just like throw away any type of relationship, I really like to just analyze it and be like, you know what, well, let me look at it from this standpoint, let me look at it from this, you know, this way, and blah 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 blah. And if it does start to seem like I'm making more excuses than actually valid points, then at that moment if something goes off in me, like, okay, you know what's happening here, so you got one or two options. It's like fight or flight. So you can leave now and kind of just cut said person off, or let this go, or whatever. But at the same time, you don't really know what angle they're coming from. And I feel like that's important. And I feel like you need to have a conversation You know, get some type of understanding. Make sure that you're not tripping. And whenever you do get that clarity, sometimes it's not exactly what you want to hear, but a lot of times it's what you need. And whenever you do get that, you should be thankful that you are now entering the phase of checking out. And I feel like I'd rather check out now than check out later and risk it being too late. And it's never too late. I do want to put that out there, but a lot of times the longer you hold on to relationships that are not good for you, you lose a lot. You lose energy. You lose sanity. Your sanity. You lose patience, time, money, love sometimes, you know. Nothing is worth losing all that. Nobody is worth losing all that to. Like, you gotta have something left for yourself. And at the end of the day, you have to be able to choose yourself. You should choose yourself. And I think that if you remind yourself that you are important, you value yourself. X situation didn't value, or it didn't add value to you, or this person didn't value you, or you didn't value said person. Once you kind of come to terms with all that, I feel like everything else is easy. You maneuver in a manner that should exude that you are confident in your decision. At least that's how I think. Because I know when it comes to relationships, friendships, family, if I say something, or if I have to cut people off or whatever, trust me, I may go through it, and I allow myself to feel and grieve and be upset and wonder. But at the same time, I'm just like, okay, but at what expense? At what expense? And for me, it's not worth it oftentimes. But yeah, I mean, that's just my little tidbit on it. You know, can't say I'm right, can't say I'm wrong. It just depends on how you're handling it. So I'm just gonna go in and add some color to my inner tear duct. Make it pop a little bit more. I feel like I want to deepen my crease just a little bit. I'm going into Cozy, and then I'm taking some Espresso eyeshadow by MAC. And I'm just popping that in just to kind of define it a little bit. Alright guys, so I think we're pretty much done. Alright guys, so that is it for my chit chat get ready with me video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. This is like a really quick and easy fall makeup look. I am going out for dinner in a little bit, so I just wanted to like throw something together that will kind of stand out and give me a little oomph, you know what I'm saying? But I hope you guys enjoyed this chit chat get ready with me video. I definitely like being able to chat while I'm doing my makeup with you guys. I really feel like I'm just updating my homegirls quarterly or yearly, however often I do these videos. If you guys want to see more chit chat get ready with me videos, definitely leave me a comment in the comment section down beneath this video. If you are not following me on social media, definitely follow me. I'm active on Instagram and Twitter. If I'm not here on my beauty channel, then you can catch me on my vlog channel, which I will put the link to that in the description box. And I will also link the Ritual multivitamins if you guys are interested in that. I definitely feel like it's important to get the nutrients that the vitamins offer, guys. I feel like we all want to live a healthier lifestyle, a healthier life just in general, but you know, it's hard to get all the nutrients that we actually need every single day. So if you guys want to kind of bridge that gap and fill in the gap with getting all the nutrients that you need, I will list the vitamins down beneath this video in the description box, as well as a 10% coupon code for you guys to use. Oh, and don't think that you're just about to roll up out of here without subscribing. If you are not subscribed, look down beneath the video. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and click on that subscribe button. Join the Missy Lynn family, sis. Join the Missy Lynn family. I got some videos coming. I went shopping at Zara. I got some Zara hauls coming up. I got some Misguided, Pretty Little Thing. I got some oh, Polly. Listen, I did a lot of shopping and I ain't got nowhere to go. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We just gonna pretend. We're gonna stock up for next fall. But I'm really anxious to show you guys all of that, so stay tuned for those videos and turn your notification bell on, that way you don't miss those uploads. All right guys, so I held you long enough. Until next time, beauties, be you, be beautiful, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Is it too much to ask? A little conversation.